What is up, my friends? My name is Josh, also known as TheJoshWatson, and today I'm going to be taking some very interesting internet quizzes. There's a lot of quizzes out there that can guess your age, guess your gender, different things like that. We're going to be taking a few of these different quizzes and see just how accurate they are, and maybe we'll figure out some surprising results about my inner gender/age or something. I don't know. Give it a thumbs up if you guys are excited. Let's jump right into this. Alright, so we are going to be taking this first, can we guess your gender based on what you hate? Now, this one seems pretty easy, as it's probably about 50% accurate. It's obviously, it's a 50-50 chance here, and I think maybe they're kind of just going with some gender stereotypes that maybe will make them be a little bit more accurate. So, obviously, okay, so we're going into question 1 here. Are you beach body ready? Do you think this advertisement is offensive? What is this? Okay, okay, so the question is, do you think this advertisement is offensive? I see. No, I mean, it's probably for, yeah, it looks like it's for, like, protein. No, I mean, I can see how some people would be offended by it, or upset by it, at least, but I personally am not. Okay, do you like Candy Crush? I don't think I've ever played it. It looks like it's actually a matching game, which I did not know. I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was like a racing game. So I have never played it. Okay. I don't know why it keeps scrolling me down here. This is a little annoying. What do you think of polygamy? Yeah. Or polyamory. Excuse me. Polyamory and polygamy are a little bit different, but similar concept of just, you know, open relationships with lots of different people in a relationship together. My opinion doesn't really fall into any of these. I think that it can be problematic for a lot of psychological reasons. There's a lot of data to back that up, but I don't. It's not like it's not like a moral, like it's just wrong. And so, but I do see there are some problems with it. Just like I said, there seems to be some evidence to suggest that you know, non-monogamous relationships can cause problems. So I guess I'll go in the middle there. How do you feel when you think about miniature pigs? Bacon? Is that an option? Filled with hatred, I feel nothing. Aw, cute. I mean, miniature pigs are definitely cute, so I'm gonna go with the cute one. But, I mean, anytime I think of pigs, gotta be honest, I just think of bacon. Alright, so, how do you feel about sharks? I mean, again, like, these are just very, very, like, they don't encapsulate my thoughts here. Because sharks, like, they definitely, you know, like any potentially dangerous wild animal, need to be, or wild life, they need to, you know, be given some distance and respect, but I'm not, like, I'm not afraid of sharks just for being a shark. I'd say they're cool. I'd say that's more accurate to what would you want to be a librarian? Again, these are very limiting answers that don't really, I don't know. Okay, I'm happy with the job and I would have fun. I think hang on, I'm happy with the job I have. Yeah, I'm happy with the job I have. I like being a YouTuber and doing marketing and video stuff. Do you hate mice? No. No, mice are cute. Oh, we're calculating results already. And we're getting an ad. Alright, and it says, congratulations, I am in fact male. There we go. Okay, so this one is correct. Let's see if we can find another one and see if maybe we can, I don't know, it's like I want to get a correct answer, but at the same time I want to kind of trick the quiz. So let's see if we can find another one here. All right, here we go with quiz number 2. It's easier for you to remember names, faces, don't know. Faces. I'm actually very good at remembering faces. I've multiple times I've had things happen where, like, I'll see somebody once at, like, I don't know, a business meeting, or even back when I was in school, I'd, like, you know, run into somebody once at, like, a pep rally or something and have a conversation with them, and it was literally, like, years later, I would see this person again, and I still remember them. I don't usually remember their name, but I usually, like, once I have seen a person and had looked them in the eye and talked with them, I usually pretty much don't ever forget a face. I'm very, very good at remembering it. It's one of the reasons I'm also with my viewers when I'm live streaming. I'm very good at remembering their names. It's more visual for me than it is like the sound of their name or anything. That if I look at my screen and I see their name in my chat, once I have a connection with the viewer, I don't think I've really ever forgotten any viewers' names. So oh, this one. This messes with me so much. Okay, so this is an optical illusion. We have to figure out which direction she's spinning. For me, it looks like she's spinning clockwise, so we're gonna click that one. Okay, are you left-handed or right-handed? I am right-handed. Now cross your leg, which is on top. If I cross my legs, generally my right leg goes on top, unless they mean like crisscross applesauce, because I can actually cross my legs both ways. But I think it looks from the picture like they're talking about like cross your legs, and my right leg does go on top most of the time. But I do actually cross my legs both ways. But naturally the one is more comfortable than the other. What is the color? The color of the word it's red. It spells blue, but it says red. Or no, it is red, but it says blue. All right. The color of the word in the previous color, it was blue. It was blue. Okay. What direction is the Mona Lisa painting face? She faces this way. Naturally, that's how the painting naturally looks, which is correct. The best way to arrange eggs. Okay, so I do my eggs in a little bit of a strange way. I will put them all. I'll do it in like it is an A. I'll put them all on one side, and then I actually take a knife and actually like when it gets to this point where like the majority of the carton is empty, I will actually take a knife and cut off the empty part and throw it away because it takes up so much space in my refrigerator, and I have to condense everything down. So technically none of these is quite how I do it, but that one is closest, so I'm gonna go with that one. Pick the different color. This is testing a little bit of colorblindness. Depending on how this renders as a YouTube video, this one is visually different. It's just kind of testing for colorblindness. This one's a little bit more tricky. A really good friend of mine, previous color was pink. Really good friend of mine who I grew up with, recently discovered that he's extremely colorblind. Come on, previous color was pink. He's extremely colorblind, and so I was like, man, maybe, and he had no idea, and so I took like a clinical, like I went to a doctor and took a quiz to see if I'm colorblind at all, and I actually have what's he said it's called like color perfect vision or something, where like I'm really good at seeing different colors and things. So that was reassuring for me. Did you see the mistake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If it was in the numbers of the questions, what? Do you see the mistake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't see a mistake. It might be one of those things where it's like kind of trying to trick you. It's like, oh yeah, I see the mistake. You find the mistake. Oh crap. Now I just feel stupid. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, and I'm dyslexic, so often like I don't notice. Like I don't usually notice when words are misspelled and things like that. I don't see a mistake in there. Maybe you guys will just be like, Josh, it's so obvious. Okay. Is this the woman you saw in the first question? It asked names or faces? No, that's not. She's very similar, but no, it's not. What was her name? Her name was Hannah. I do remember that. And they're calculating results. All right. And we have another ad. All right. Apparently I am 100% female, according to this. I do have long hair. You have a creative mind. You understand all things spatially and rely on visual cues to stimulate you. That is true. I'm very visually spatially oriented. That when I took an IQ test as a kid, which IQ tests are kind of not that accurate and don't really mean anything, but what they did say was that I'm a very visual spatial person. I played with a ton of Lego when I was a kid, things like that, and so it was, that's true. You're great at multitasking, have an impressive memory and amazing logic. You can see the whole picture and pay attention to little details. Whole picture and little details not entirely accurate for me, but I do have a pretty good memory. Logic, I feel like a lot of people have logic. Your sixth sense is your sixth sense and intuition are really something to be jealous about. Well, that's just how your brain works. Are you really a woman? Let us know if you're right. No, I'm not at all a woman. Some of this was kind of accurate, but honestly, none of this, this is all very ambiguous stuff that could apply to a lot of people, so I'm not buying it. Now we're going to try seeing if these quizzes can guess my age. Alrighty, so this quiz is going to try to guess my age here based on about 15 questions, I think. Pick a pet. I am much more of a cat person, personally. I'm not big into dogs. I'm just not much of a pet person, but if I did have a pet, then I would want to have a cat. Do you like to eat out? I do. Yeah, I do enjoy eating out. When it comes down to what I actually enjoy, yes, I enjoy eating out. I don't do it very often because it's expensive, but I honestly, yeah, if the money was no object, I'd probably eat out 4 4 times a week. Because I do really enjoy, I enjoy going places and eating good food. How do you like to relax? Watch TV, read, sleep? I watch a lot of Netflix, and I watch a lot of YouTube. So, choose an ice cream, vanilla all the way, man. Yeah, 100%. I am, like, I went to Rome when I was 10 years old, and we went to this ice cream parlor, because if you guys have never been to Italy, ice cream there is phenomenal. They've got, like, all sorts of, Italian ice and all these different types of ice. It was amazing. Okay, but anyway, we went to this ice cream parlor, and they had literally, I think it was about 500 different flavors of ice cream, and I chose vanilla. I later went back and was like, I should try some of the other ones. But I was just like, I'm getting ice cream, I'm getting vanilla, like, of course. Anyway, do you prefer watching movies at theater or at home? There's a very different, if you guys don't know, I studied filmmaking in college, and so I have some, I have some strong opinions about this. Going to a theater is the ultimate movie watching experience. That is how the movie, when they screen a movie, as they're editing a movie, as they're designing the sound for a movie, a lot of that is done in a movie theater. Especially the sound design, it is mixed for a movie theater. It is not designed for home viewing. That's for cinematic movies, like things that get released in theaters. So that is the ultimate movie watching experience. But I do enjoy the setting of home, and it's just sitting with my friends and Micah and just having a good time. So I like both, but I mean theater is the ultimate movie watching experience. So sweet or salty? Salty. Yeah, I mean sweet things are nice, but yeah, I like salty things. I'm a big salty guy, and I'm a salty guy too. What would you prefer? Waking up early but taking a nap during the day, wake up late and stay awake? Wake up late. I'm not big into napping. Pick a superhero. Iron Man, I think, is definitely one. Iron Man and Batman are two of my favorite heroes, and the reason is that they are heroes that could actually exist in real life. Batman is just a dude who's really, martial arts and has lots of money to get cool gadgets and tech and stuff. And so he doesn't have any superpowers, and so it's very realistic, and I identify with that a lot. Same thing with Iron Man. He built a metal suit. He's just a guy who, other heroes, it's kind of this idea of greatness thrust upon you, of like, you have these powers, and so you have a responsibility to go out and be a hero. Iron Man had zero responsibility to go out and be a hero. He was just a dude who was like, there's evil things in the world, and I can solve them, so I'm going to do something about it, which is way more meaningful to me than Superman, who's just like, I'm literally invincible, and so I guess I should probably save people. So but that's just me. Obviously, you guys can have different opinions. Credit card or cash? Cash 100% of the time. Not a fan of debt. Unnecessary debt is silly. Friends or How I Met Your Mother? Neither. I don't like either of those shows. Sorry, guys. Are you familiar with this image? Yes, I'm very familiar with this. This is, obviously, this was, you'll see this on television, sometimes like older TVs and things like that. I guess this is probably actually guessing, if people who are a little bit, like really big young people won't really probably know what this is. You might, but I actually know even more what this is. This is actually used to calibrate different colors on different screens, which is why you see it at the beginning of some sorts of films, that when they're projecting it someplace, or when they're putting it up on a big screen, that they would be able to calibrate it to make sure that the tape was running at the right speed, and different things like that. So it's a calibration thing, but blah blah blah, filmmaking, boring. How about this candy? Do you know this? This is Werther's Originals. This is kind of a classic old person candy, but I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite candies out there. I freaking love this candy. This is like classic old person candy, but it is so freaking good, man. So this may throw them off, but yes, I love that candy. Okay, what is this guy famous for? I have no idea. I'm guessing he's an actor, but I have no idea. Ketchup or mayonnaise? Both, because it makes fry sauce, and it is so good. If you guys don't know what fry sauce is, you're missing out. Finally, what would you describe yourself as, old or young? I would definitely describe myself as young. I'm 24. I'm really not that old, and I've got most of my life ahead of me. All right, here we 29. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually not too far off. You are as frightened as a cat on the 4th of July. So when you think about the moment you're dyslexia, man. You are as frightened as a cat on the 4th of July when you think about the moment you're turning 30. Relax, 30 is the new 20. So how did we do? Right or wrong, tell us in the comments. Yeah, I mean, that's not too far off. I definitely do. There are parts of me that I feel like are more mature, and so I do tend to seem a little... I have my life together a little bit more than a lot of 24-year-olds do. That being said, there's parts of me that are much younger, seeming like I still do a lot of young person things and have lots of fun, and I'm a YouTuber, and but yeah, but like I am married and like I have my life together and stuff, or I have a semblance of my life together. Anyway, so this was, honestly, I had a lot of fun doing this. Apparently I am a 29-year-old woman, according to the internet, which may surprise some of you guys. It definitely surprised me. Let me know if you guys have taken quizzes like this and what kind of results you guys got. Leave it down in the comments below. Make sure to check out my other videos in the description, as well as, you know, links on screen, all that sort of jazz. Subscribe if you guys would like to see more of this type of stuff. You guys are awesome. I'm the Josh Watson. I'll see you guys all in the next one.